I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be why getting laid is way easier for chicks. Well, think about it this way. I got an email here from a woman, a great email, by the way. It inspired me to write this article because, obviously, think about it this way. What does a woman have to do? All she's got to do is get dressed up, look hot, and go out downtown somewhere, wherever the bars, nightclubs, restaurants, or go to a social affair. And what's she going to run into? There's going to be single guys everywhere. And a beautiful woman, say going to a bar or a nightclub who's horny, she says, hey, you know what, I just want to get laid tonight, I want to have some random sex. All she has to do is show up, and she'll get fucking swarmed by dozens of men who obviously have no fucking idea what to do. They buy her a drink. Lots of guys pick her, but guess what? She's only going to choose one, well, at least usually. She's going to choose one, maybe two guys to go home with for women that are into that. But it's usually just going to be one dude she's going to pick to go home with. And, I mean, that's all she's got to do to show up. Now, here's the thing that guys, if you're a man, you got to keep this shit in the back of your mind because this is really important to understand from women and where they come from. Because a single woman out downtown somewhere, 97% of the guys that are going to approach her are going to be absolutely fucking clueless. They're going to be the worst pickup artists in the world. They're going to say all kinds of stupid shit that empty their wallets buying drinks, and they're not going to go home. They're not going to get laid. They're not going to get a phone number, and it's not going to work out for them because they don't know what they're doing. And so if a woman's bombarded by all these guys that don't know what they're fucking doing, 97% of them don't have any clue. They'd never read a book like mine. Why? Because they're too egocentric. They'd rather just continue failing than admit they needed help. I mean, I remember when I was first learning in this area, I'd read books because I didn't want anybody to see the title. I'd put it in a magazine or something like that, or I'd keep it at home. I concealed it. I mean, it's an embarrassing thing for a man to be insecure around women and not to know what the hell to do when they're trying to get dates or pick up women. And so a woman's bombarded by these guys, and you got to understand where the women, what they go through. I mean, they're worried about meeting a guy that they like and does enough things right to cause attraction, but women are worried about meeting guys, giving out their phone number, because they got to deal with guys that just call and call and call constantly for days, weeks at a time, and she ignores all the messages, but yet they keep calling. She doesn't want to fucking deal with that, even though she may have told the guy she's not interested in going out with them. Maybe they had a date or whatever. They don't get the hint. Or getting inappropriate gifts or declarations of love or love letters from guys that they know, guys that they're friends with. I mean, I used to do those kinds of stupid things. And guys are constantly putting women in positions that make them very uncomfortable. Now, as far as sex goes, women are just as big of freaks in the bedroom as us guys are. However, they're only going to reveal that and share themselves with guys who they have a high level of trust and comfort with. And so when you meet a beautiful woman, beautiful women are incredibly good at screening out guys who are weak, who are needy, who are insecure, guys who may become stalkers, because they have to. I mean, have you ever seen a beautiful woman, she goes out to a nightclub, I mean, you just stand there and watch her. I've done this with girlfriends of mine in the past. I just step away for a little bit and watch one guy after another coming up to her, because obviously I date really beautiful women, but it doesn't matter. Even average, mediocre looking women, they get fucking bombarded by guys who are just absolutely clueless. And they'll go, I got a boyfriend. And then they go, can I buy you a drink? I have a boyfriend. And they won't go away. It's like they won't get the hint. And so women are worried about encountering these kinds of guys who just won't take no for an answer. And so if you show up at a bar or a nightclub or a social event and you want to create attraction with a woman and you don't know what you're fucking doing, you got to understand, women can smell weakness. They can sense it. They can see it in your body language and in your physiology. As soon as you start walking over, they already know what you're probably going to say. One or two, three different, the same kind of pickup lines. They already have 1,000 different lines of rejection ready for you because there's already been thousands of dudes that have approached her before you. And so she has to get good at getting rid of guys that don't know what they're doing in seconds. And so if you want to cut through the bullshit, first you got to understand what it is that women really want and what they emotionally respond to. Obviously, I go into extensive detail of this in my book. And second, you got to exhibit these behaviors. You got to show up as your best self and practice and get good at interacting with women. So I'm going to read this email here to you because she's recently divorced. You know, and she's obviously finding out what it seems like she was married for a while, and she's finding out what a fucking freak show the dating world is. So, and she had written an article previously that I used in another article, the one I wrote about women are taught that men chase. I like people that write good emails, that have good grammar, punctuation. It's not just not 3 pages of just one giant long run-on sentence. And so that's why I was willing to go ahead and do a second article with her letter, because I get about a dozen or so emails a day, and it's like I can only do one because these things take 5 or 6 hours to put together and code and upload, shoot the video, and all that stuff. So she says, well, this brought a smile, the article that I wrote. Thank you for taking the time to write the article and post the video. I know it's part of your job, but since it was my personal question commentary you addressed, you get a thanks. FYI, I found your videos while trying to entertain myself over the past 5 days to include a ridiculous amount of YouTube, as I've caught a cold which would give the plague a run for its money. You should look at read my articles. I'll put a link here on Optimum Health. When you get a cold, snot, mucus, cold sweats, diarrhea, the flu, all of these things are basically you have eaten too many bad acidic things and you haven't got enough exercise. And so what your body does to rebalance itself is it starts secreting all of these toxins and stuff that have accumulated in your body through snot, through puking, through diarrhea, through a runny nose, through cold sweats. And when your body's got rid of enough of it, then it's back in balance and it's fine and the symptoms go away. And I don't get colds and flus and stuff anymore because I balance my body. I exercise right, I eat healthy, and obviously have a properly aligned structure through good chiropractic care and adjustments. She says, what's funny is the video I wrote you about wasn't the first video of yours I watched during my quarantine. The first one is about how to get laid if you're a dude. And in truth, I chalked you up to being a complete douchebag. All right, thanks for noticing. I even wrote about it on my Facebook page and posted a link to that particular episode. Here's what I know. No one will ever do or say anything that is not a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves in a moment. We all tend to project what's inside on other people, especially if it's stuff that we don't like about ourselves. We'll project it onto somebody else and say, it's their problem, it's their bad, there's nothing wrong with me. She said here, let's see. However, continued boredom coupled with late night curiosity got the better of me, and I watched another video, and another. And then I took down my derogatory Facebook post about you because who am I to judge? After all, getting laid is easy for chicks. Leave house, go to bar, make eye contact, have drink or drinks, go back to his or your respective place, boom or bang, I guess is more appropriate phraseology. I like this woman. Let's see here. She says, here's what you got to understand. It's somebody that people that are ultra conservative and they find my work for the first time and they don't really look into it. They just get pissed off because of the subject. Anytime you're talking about sex, politics, religion, getting laid, dating, relationships, these particular subjects have a very high charge to a lot of people, and they tend to just react emotionally instead of taking time to listen to what I'm saying. Because the bottom line is, what I teach works. It's like I don't give a damn if anybody that's sitting there watching this video that you don't believe me, try it. You'll see that it works. Just apply. That's why I put all this stuff out there for free, is so you can apply it in your own life. Go, wow, this shit really does work, and that's what happens. It's like I'm like a virus. I get in your mind, and you're like, well, that's something to think about. And then they watch another video or another article, and they go, and they start to connect the dots, and they realize this guy really is talking about something different than I've ever read before. So in closing, yes, I will stop writing soon, I promise. I agree with a lot of what you have to say about what women want, so listening to you coach men is of interest to me. One thing I disagree with, though, is your comment that women are better prepared for relationships. Well, you can disagree all you want on that particular subject, but when you've talked to thousands of men and women over the years, I mean, I've spent almost 15 years of my life in this area. I mean, facts are facts. And when you talk to enough people and you interview enough people and you write books about the subject and you answer questions and you coach thousands of people over the years, men and women, I mean, truth is what it is, whether you like it or not. And sometimes, especially people that have negative reactions when they first read my stuff, it's sometimes people they bullshit themselves. They don't like to hear truth. She says, I'm somewhat of a recent divorcee, and even after a year of light to moderate therapy that was intended as a joke, there's a lot of truth in jest, by the way, I find myself starting over again entirely. You got a clean slate. Anything you do going forward, you can create a brand new relationship. That's the beauty about being single again. And also find that the dating game has changed a lot, and it ain't so great. That's a limiting belief. That's just your perception and a label that you're throwing on to what you've experienced so far. Because look at all you need is one good guy. And it's a numbers game, and especially knowing the fact that 97% of the men out there don't have a fucking clue. You got to know what you want. You got to get clear about what it is that you want. There's an article I wrote called How to Attract the Perfect Woman. I'll put a link to that on this page, or you can Google it if you're watching the video. Just Google Corey Wayne, How to Attract the Perfect Woman. Because this exercise works for men and women. I obviously wrote it for guys because 90% of my clients are guys. But it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. You can use the same technique and get clear about what you want. Because once you get clear about what you want, you can put those words and those descriptions in your online dating profile. If you like to date by referral, you want to tell all your girlfriends and all the guy friends that you know of exactly what you're looking for. Once you're specific and you know what you're looking for, then you can share with everybody and let people refer to you the criteria of what you're looking for. That'll help you focus your results much better as opposed to just doing the shotgun approach like most people do, which is they just take whatever shows up, which is usually nothing. You get what you focus on in life, and so if you get serious and get focused about what you really, 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 really want in a man, you're going to find and attract him by writing it down. Take the time to do the exercise. So she says, in any event, I'm flattered that you chose to respond to my message and appreciate the time you took in doing so, even if it furthers your own XY chromosomal purposes. It's sort of a relief to know it's okay to crack the door open with a man, and perhaps they even appreciate it. Well, Olivia, I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate your email. Apply the things I teach. I encourage you to read my book. It's fucking $1 on Amazon.com. All you gotta do is click the link on here, and in 60 seconds you can read on your smartphone or any tablet device. I got a free app that you can download it. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going down to the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this video on my website. Click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located in the Wibbia toolbar. And if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab at the top of your screen and send me 3 or 4 paragraphs detailing your situation. And give me several days to get back to you with a detailed response, because I get a boatload of emails, and I got to focus on the emails I get from my paying customers first. Just be patient, I will get to you. And if you want to talk to me right away and book a paid phone coaching session with me personally so I can help you with a specific situation or challenge you're having, just click the Products tab at the top of your screen and follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.